Hi, this is John Hewlett, founder and formulator of Cardio Miracle. And today I have a special guest, my good friend from many years, Keith Clearwater. Rookie of the Year on the PGA Tour, All-American at BYU, the first national championship team
I'm
from
glad you got that in.
Brigham Young University, and was named one of 8 All-Americans that year. So we're very proud to, I've known Keith for a long time, and Keith was, in my opinion, he was such an iconic golfer, and some of you know I've had more than my share of golf. I used to play, not anywhere near, I couldn't even caddy for Keith, but I had a golf company, lost a lot of money, enjoyed the game, met some interesting people, but Keith was the first golfer to really stress nutrition and fitness. I remember years ago playing with guys like Billy Maxwell and Jimmy Powell and some of those golfers, and they were all smoking cigars all the time and cigarettes and all. You know, of course, they used to advertise smoking cigarettes along with the doctors back in the 50s and 60s. Calm you down. And so it's just really exciting to be with Keith today. Keith has been using Cardio Miracle for a couple of years now and has seen some interesting results. And so I just wanted to have a chance for Keith to tell us a little bit about his experience with nitric oxide. And as a guy who's a lot fitter than I am, he can talk the nutritional game pretty well, the workout side. So Keith, great to be with you.
So fun to be with you, John. You know, we've got that history, but the interesting thing about all this fitness stuff, I've always looked good. I've always kind of worked out and stayed in shape, but there's a difference between internal health and real strength, fitness, functional strength. And I kind of had a surprise, a little wake-up call probably several years ago now, and realized my blood pressure, I had it historically in my family, but to find, man, 165 over 95. That's a scary number.
That's a big number.
When you think you're doing everything right, I was always into nutrition as well, not just the fitness side, not just working out. And to find that, boy, that's a scary number that you better do something about. And fortunately, learning about nitric oxide and then your formulation, which is so different than so many others. You can get D3 and you can get nitric oxide and get a lot of things. But to get a formulation that kind of puts it all together in a way that it's efficacious, it gets in your body, it actually makes a difference. I've been able to, in fact, yesterday, before I came to do another interview that we had done together, I was 130 over 75, which those are pretty good numbers for really genetic, concerns that I've had. So that was exciting for me to see that that's miraculous, actually. That's not just good, that's miraculous. And haven't had to take any other drugs. I feel great. And I'm just, always looking for what's the cutting edge in like a holistic nutrition. This kind of covers everything. You can get rid of the thing. I have probably even still 70 different vitamin bottles in my cupboard, and you don't need to do that. And in fact, when they're put together properly, the benefit's exponential. So just had a blast seeing my body get better, feeling better, better when I work out and when I hit a lot of balls. I feel like I'm not having to recover as slowly as I was. And so I'm just all in all better, more comfortable, feel more ready. I get out of bed better and I want to go do something.
That's great. Well, one of the Nobel Prize was awarded in 1998 for the impact of nitric oxide on blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, etc. And so that's always been kind of the emphasis of what nitric oxide. It increases blood flow, increases oxygenation. But what's happening now, Keith, that I know that you're aware of in some ways, there's now almost 200,000 studies on nitric oxide's impact on virtually every aspect of the human physiology, and how with the important thing that the reason I developed Cardio Miracle and added therapeutic vitamin D and and bioavailable B vitamins and organic fruits and vegetables, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, things that would help the absorption, because we knew that nitric oxide would increase the blood flow and the oxygen delivery, but it also, one of the things that most people don't understand is that it helps the lymphatic contraction. And so the lymphatic contraction works from the outside in, from the extremities in, and it contracts and brings the toxic waste and the lymph back to be filtered out through the body. Well, one of the things that's been exciting is Cardio Miracle's impact on the lymphatics, which is why the recovery from exertion, exercise, running, people are able to run faster, recover faster, play. You know how in golf, the last few holes, people historically, what do they do at the turn? They have a big Diet Coke, and then they eat a hot dog. And so by about the 16th hole, they're crashing.
Absolutely.
And so it's that finishing. And so one of the exciting things, I think, for a golfer or for a tennis player or for a hiker, biker, swimmer, etc., is having that lymphatic system working better to get rid of the garbage. And then what we're telling people, take Cardio Miracle at the turn.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be able to keep at least up with at least the mental clarity.
Or drink it through the whole round.
The whole round.
And that's kind of what I've started doing. I feel way better when I'm on the golf course. It just has changed a lot of things, and I'm finishing just fine. I'm not dead at the end of the day.
Exactly.
So, I took a lot of these products that are in Cardio Miracle before, but they didn't have the same effect. And I guess this is kind of new to me, the lymphatic response.
Yeah.
So I'm learning why your product works, where taking similar products in the wrong dosages or whatever may not be as beneficial. So I'm really excited when you put it all together in the right package, it has a whole different impact on your body.
Well, one of the things, the product that I originally introduced to you, I think over a decade ago, with our mutual friend Jason Buck and other athletes that we knew from our past, it had one form of arginine, and it had a small amount of citrulline, both amino acids. Cardio Miracle has 3 types of arginine and a very significant amount of citrulline and ornithine and carnitine and D-ribose. So all of those things, plus over a dozen antioxidants and several of the top anti-inflammatories, is what helps deliver that bioavailability. In fact, our study from the University of Ohio that was published 2.5 years ago said that Cardio Miracle extended nitric oxide over 24 hours, where beets, products like Super Beets or other arginine products, often only stimulate nitric oxide for 2 to 4 hours. So when the professor at the University of Ohio determined that at the cellular level that we produced nitric oxide for 24 hours, he was shocked. I was pleasantly surprised, because I had recommended to people take 2 doses a day to make sure that I thought I had 12 hours. It ended up, we had 24 to 36. Now, we still think that it's beneficial for a person to start their day with Cardio Miracle, empty stomach or in a smoothie, not a protein smoothie, but in a smoothie, to give them the energy to, start out the day in a good way and to help carry through the afternoon. But then by taking the second dose in the evening, that's when the body does the reparative work. And that's when the lymphatic system is most important, because essentially, I don't know if you're aware, I wasn't, but it was only about like 5 years ago that the medical and scientific world determined that the lymphatic system went above your shoulders. They didn't know that the lymphatic was in your gums, in your eye, in your brain. And so when you take Cardio Miracle at night, essentially you're squeezing out the mop or squeezing out the brain and getting all of that excess waste, toxic waste that's generated in the cell, and the lymphatics are helping to effectively get rid of that. So the blood flow increases from the nitric oxide, and the lymphatic helps remove the trash from the cell, which is one of the major breakthroughs that's important for people to understand.
Well, it's an amazing product. It's changed my life. It's anecdotal for me. This is why I wanted to get with you to share with a few of my friends that everybody should be on this product. I really believe that. It affects so many things across the board with your health. And I just wanted them to hear from somebody who actually knows and not somebody who's just taken the product and feeling great and has affected, something very significant to me, my blood pressure, but many other areas too. I'm finding buddies, little friends, health-wise, that go with improved blood pressure. But I wanted them to hear from an expert, the co-founder, or the founder, I should say, and the...
Well, the co-founder, I guess, Rush Limbaugh said I'm on a mission from God, so I guess...
Well, I think you are. But I want people to just know that it's just not another hyped product. A lot of people get on and talk about things in ways. I'm making nothing from you right now, so I'm just getting on here because I love the product. I believe it can change lives. And I wanted to get this out quick, short to my friends and let them know there's something out there they need to be trying.
That's great. Well, let me tell you, you're high demand, and I would love to have you join in what we're doing to share this with the world. Is really important. We recently published an additional study in August of this year with Frontiers in Nutrition, the third most cited scientific nutritional journal in the world. And they did an artificial intelligence analysis of our 53 ingredients. And their results were unbelievable. And we can attach a link to that article for people who would like to read it. But it talked about the impact that Cardio Miracle specifically and its 53 ingredients have on diabetes, on atherosclerosis, heart disease, metabolic syndrome, which encompasses a lot of things, virtually all chronic illness. It said that these ingredients had a significant impact. And they even mentioned the thing we've been dealing with the last couple of years and used the specific name of what we've been experiencing as that this product had definite impact on those types of things. So the other thing that you might find really interesting, and then we'll finish this up, is they also found that Cardio Miracle had a specific impact on autophagy. Now, autophagy is when the cell cleans out its own waste material in the mitochondria or the cell. And so essentially what they're saying is that Cardio Miracle's ingredients helps the cell recycle the garbage into energy. And they also said that Cardio Miracle created a feedback loop between vitamin D, absorbed vitamin D that was stored in the fat cells, and what Cardio Miracle did with its vitamin D that's in one of our ingredients is that it helped activate the inert or the stored vitamin D and made a feedback loop. So essentially it becomes a centrifugal force of life-saving, life-healing, life-regulating nitric oxide and vitamin D over and over and over and over again. And that's why we've had such remarkable results with our vitamin D absorption that people have had. But this autophagy is an interesting thing because it fits right in with intermittent fasting. And almost every disease is now being shown that it can be improved by people doing intermittent fasting, because essentially you're stimulating the body to cleanse itself, to clean itself out. And some of us need to fast longer than others, but I've been doing this and finding a very interesting result. But one of the things that the scientists have told us is when you take Cardio Miracle, it improves the autophagy, or the benefit of the cleansing of the fast, so it doesn't break the fast. So you can do a 1, 2, 5, 10-day fast with Cardio Miracle, and it actually improves the impact of intermittent fasting. My son's lost 100 and something pounds doing an intermittent fasting and taking Cardio Miracle. So there's some pretty exciting things for the people who may be on a keto diet or a Mediterranean diet or doing some intermittent fasting. Cardio Miracle, according to the science, fits perfectly with making that fast more effective. So I think for your health conscious friends, professional athletes and others that are looking to be at their peak performance, that discovery could be pretty exciting.
Well, thank you for being here and having me be with you. It's a game changer. It really is. It's a game-changing opportunity to take it complete control of your health, and that doesn't come along very often.
Thanks very much, Keith. It's great to be with you.
Good to be with you.